Good morning, dear students. Today we will be talking about the composition, powers and functioning of BCI. As in the last video we have talked about State Bar Council, and we all know that the State Bar Council is one of the functionary body of Bar Council of India. So today we will be talking about what is Bar Council of India, how it has been composite, what are the powers Bar Council of India has and how it works, what are the members, composition, functionary, everything. So with the introduction, I will tell you that Bar Council of India has been composite under section 4 clause 1 of Advocates Act 1971. It read as follows. The section 4 clause 1 of the Advocates Act provide that there shall be a Bar Council of India for the territories to which this act extends to be known as the Bar Council of India, which shall consist the following members. The first one is the Attorney General of India ex officio. The second one is the Solicitor General of India ex officio. And the third one is one member elected by each state bar council from amongst its members. So these are the three main members of the Bar Council of India: the Attorney General of India, the Solicitor General of India, and one member from each state bar council the territory has. Say in section 4 clause 1a, it has been stated that no person shall be eligible for being elected as a member of the Bar Council of India unless the qualifications are: he possesses the qualification specified in the proviso of subsection 2 of the section 3 of the Advocates Act. As we all had that for the enrollment in the State Bar Council, the person should have certain specific qualifications, the person should have. Those qualifications are also needed here. The next section which is important for us is section 4 clause 2, which says that the BCI, the Bar Council of India, should have a chairman and vice chairman elected by the council in which manner as may be prescribed. The council should decide the manner to appoint vice chairman and the chairman for the BCI. The next one which is important for us is the proviso. The proviso of section 4 clause 2 says that such person shall continue to carry on the duties his office until the chairman or vice chairman, as the case may be, of the council elected after the commencement of the Advocates Act 1977 assume charge of the office. See what this proviso wants to say. We all know that the functionaries was there and Advocates Act came in the later stage. So what is important, that even if there is a vice chairman and chairman before it, we are talking about the past, so that functionary should be continued. The next important section for us is section 4 clause 3. Section 4 clause 3 talks about that the term of a member of the Bar Council of India elected by the State Bar Council. See, the member who will be appointed in the BCI and the member is of the State Bar Council, what is the term for that member is as follows. The first one is, in the case of a member of the State Bar Council who holds office ex officio, be 2 years from the date of his election or until he ceases to be a member of the State Bar Council. So there are two conditions. Let's understand these two conditions. The first one is 2 years after the election, and the term may be lesser than 2 years if he ceases the membership of the State Bar Council. These are the two important restrictions. In any other case, for the period for which he holds office as a member of the State Bar Council. The next line says, or in any other case, if he is holding an office in State Bar Council, what is the tenure there will be followed here. The next important thing which we have is section 10 clause A and B. Both the sections are important, and this says as section 10b says that it's an Advocates Act only. It says that elected member of a bar council of which he is a member to have been absent without sufficient exercise from 3 consecutive meetings. As we all also have seen in the previous video, that the State Bar Council can remove his members if they are missing 3 consecutive meetings without sufficient cause. The same rule applies here also, but it is there in section 10b. It says if you have missed 3 consecutive meetings, as it is there mentioned, without sufficient cause, you will be no longer a member of the BCI. The 10A says Bar Council of India shall meet at New Delhi. As we all know that the place of the constitution and composition is Delhi, so it is mentioned in section 10A. If it has been asked that why the office for the BCI is in Delhi, it is mentioned, and furthermore it says, or at such other place as it may for reason to be recorded in writing undermine. If we are meeting at any other place, then they have to give that thing in writing to determine it why they are meeting except New Delhi. Delhi should be considered as a headquarter for the respective Bar Council of India. The next important thing is power and functions. This is the composition which we have discussed. Now, what are the power the BCI possess and what are the functionaries of BCI, we will discuss. The first one is Bar Council of India is a body, corporate having perpetual succession. It is mentioned in section 5 of Advocates Act that Bar Council of India is a body corporate having perpetual succession and a common seal with power to acquire and hold property both movable and immovable. You all have studied contract, you have all studied partnership, you have all studied about companies' right, who can sue, who can be sued, what is the identity. So here Bar Council of India possesses an identity and they can acquire both movable and immovable property in their name and can be sued and can sue also. It is there available in section 5 of Advocates Act. The next thing which is important for us is section 13, which says that the Bar Council or committee therefore shall be called in question on the ground merely of the existence of any vacancy in or any defect in the constitution, council or committee. Bar Council of India has an absolute power that they should not be questioned on the mere vacancy, defect in constitution, council or committee. They are enjoying the absolute immunity here, but it is available by the section 13 of your Advocates Act. Now, with respect to certain functionaries, section 7 is important for all of us, and I'm giving you the crux of section 7. It says Bar Council of India has a power and function to decide the standards of professional conduct and etiquette. What the professional conduct and etiquettes and advocates should possess, it is available with BCI. The second one is to lay down the procedure and follow up of disciplinary committee and disciplinary committee of the State Bar Council. Bar Council of India is having an absolute power to see the cases of professional misconduct and professional breach of conduct. They have the power over the committee of State Bar Council and on the committee of their itself. The third one which is important is to safeguard the rights, privileges and interests of advocates. The next one is to promote and support law reform. These all even we have seen in a State Bar Council, because see, State Bar Council work in a limited manner, and Bar Council work, Bar Council work like an umbrella and guardian of all the State Bar Council. The next one is to deal with the dispose or any other matter arising under this act which may be referred to the Bar Council. The next one is to work as a supervisor and to control all the State Bar Council. The next one is to promote the legal education and lay down the standard of such education in consultation with universities in India, imparting such education as the State Bar Council. The next one is to recognize universities whose degree in law shall be a qualification for enrollment as an advocate for the purpose or to visit and inspect. To conduct seminar and organize talk on legal topics by eminent jurists and publish journals and papers of legal interest. We all know that the BCI has such a reputed journal. We all know about it. So this is the job of BCI only. The next one is to organize legal aid for the poor and the needy person in the prescribed manner. We all know that there is a national legal service authorities, there are state legal service authorities, but there is NALSA also. So that is recognized by section 7 of BCI. The next one is to recognize on the reciprocal basis of foreign qualifications in law obtained outside India for the purpose of admission as an Advocates Act. We all know that if a person has done a degree from any other university which is outside India, what should be the qualification and how the person can do it, it is also given to the BCI. The next one is to manage and invest fund of the Bar Council, to provide elections to its members. These are some of the functionaries of BCI. But are these functionaries completely absolute or not? We will see by two different cases. The first case which is important is ex-Captain Harish Uppal versus Union of India. The name of the case, again I'm repeating, ex-Captain of Harish Uppal versus Union of India. The citation is AIR 2003 Supreme Court 739. In the page 739 it is mentioned that, I'm quoting for you, the court has held that Section 7 provides in respect of the functions of the BCI in India, but none of its functions mentioned in Section 7 authorizes it to paralyze the working of the court first. Second, on the contrary, it is enjoyed with a duty to lay down standard or professional conduct and etiquette for advocates. No bar council can never consider giving a call for strike, a boycott, but in case of any association calls for strike or boycott the concerned state bar council and their failure, the Bar Council of India must immediately take disciplinary action against the advocates who gave a call for strike. It is a duty of every advocate to ignore a call of strike and boycott. See, majorly the function which is defined in this is State Bar Council has to control the strike, boycott done by the advocates. If a State Bar Council is not able to, then the Supreme Court body is Bar Council of India, and it has to come into picture and restrict the movement. The next case is very important. See, whether the Bar Council is supreme, whether the Bar Council is enjoying complete immunity is been discussed in Ravindranath Nayak versus Bar Council of India case. The case has held in in 2007. The citation is AIR 2007 Kerala 75. A resolution in this case has been passed by BCI of India directing the advocates not to participate in a program organized by the legal service authorities and in any lok adalat or in any legal aid program. There has been a notice issued that you should not participate. The case has held, and this act of BCI has been discussed illegal and void. So see, even it is not supreme, even the cases, even the act of BCI can be judged, can be discussed and deliberated as illegal and void. So we have to keep in mind that it's not supreme at all, but yes, they are having immunity, they are enjoying absolute immunity, but these immunities can be even challenged. Next important functionaries which we have is a line of functionaries. First one is admission as an advocate. The BCI has power to decide who can be enrolled as advocate. They have the immunity to decide that what should be the qualification, what should be the area of work, what should be how the person should be admitted in the State Bar Council as given by section 20 of the Advocates Act. So BCI has this functionary. The second one is appointment of committee or staff member. The committees which BCI has in section 9 of the Advocates Act, it is empowered, the BCI is empowered by this section to appoint disciplinary committee. It shall constitute one or more disciplinary committee of their and of the State Bar Council also. So it is given by section 9 of the Advocates Act. What is important here is section 9A says and empowers BCI to appoint one or more legal aid committees, that is disciplinary committee, but 9A says legal aid committees. So we should mind it, 9 is different and 9A is different. Excuse me. The next one is maintenance of account. We all know that maintaining the account as a functionary should be done by BCI, and they are doing. They maintain the account, they have to audit the account, they have to appoint a person and see a chartered accountant to do complete auditing of the accounts. Excuse me. The next one is rule making power. Yes, the rule making power is given by BCI, and BCI is enjoying in section 15 that the rule, there are particular rules without prejudice the duties, the functionaries, the power BCI is having. The first one is power of election. The election of the members of the BCI in a secret ballot, including the conditions subject to which person can exercise, is with BCI. Second is the manner of election of chairman and the vice chairman can be decided by BCI. The third one is the manner in which the authorities by which doubts and disputes as to validity of the election came, the power is also with the BCI. So how to decide if dispute arises, then to decide the dispute, what should be the timing, what should be the way of election, the complete immunity is with the BCI, and it has to be. The next one is to fill the vacancies in BCI. The BCI has only right to decide how to fill the vacancies. The next one is powers and duties of the chairman and vice chairman is also decided by the Bar Council of India. The next one is to constitute one or more funds by the Bar Council of India for the purpose of giving financial assistance for the legal aid and advices. The section 6 clause 2 and section 7 clause 1 of the Advocates Act says that BCI should decide what kind of funding the legal aid committees and for the legal advice should be spent. The next one is meetings. The manner of meeting, the parties to the meeting, everything, the functionaries is given by section 15 subsection 2. It is with the BCI that what manner the meeting would be there, what members should be called off, everything. There are miscellaneous duties. For example, the appointment of auditor and audit of the accounts of the Bar Council to maintain the accounts, in which manner they have to maintain the account, the management and investment of the funds, everything relied with the BCI. But it is available in the section 15 clause subsection, section 15 subsection 2. The next one is power to punish for professional or other misconduct. As we all know that BCI can punish the person who has done a professional misconduct or has done a professional misconduct. Both the things or other kind of misconduct also, the BCI has absolute power. In section 36, BCI can form a committee known as disciplinary committee for punishment, or I should say for the proper hearing, to maintain the audio altum partum. The committee is deciding that how to have the hearing, how to hear the person, what should be the member for the committee, but the power to decide that committee, the functionaries, the composition is with the BCI. In not only the functionaries for BCI but also to decide the state disciplinary committee also is with the BCI. The next and the foremost important is if there is an appellate action against the order of the disciplinary committee is also led with the BCI in section 37, that BCI works also as an appellate authority. If there is an appeal against the order of the disciplinary committee, then the appeal will also go to Bar Council of India. I am reading it. It says Bar Council of India to hear appeal against the order of the disciplinary committee of the State Bar Council made under section 35, which we just discussed. Its appeal will also come to BCI. Then these are small functionaries, these are composition, these are working, there are miscellaneous functions also of BCI. So we can understand that it's an immune body which enjoys, but court can intervene and can declare void and illegal its act if court deems fit, and it has been proved also that they are going beyond their immunity and their boundary. So this is all from my side for the Bar Council of India. Thank you so very much.